So anyway, the first one will be the Susan Mahan Nieber Award, and this is the Early Career Achievement Award. Thank you.
Okay. And we have two awardees, as you probably see from the schedule. The first is Kelsey Young, and I'll read the citation. It's an awesome citation. Yeah. Kelsey Young is a research scientist at NASA Goddard Space Center. She's focused on the integration of science and human exploration and addressing major strategic knowledge gaps in preparing for human science on the moon. Dr. Young is a leader in developing concepts of operations for crews on the moon and has participated in several operational field runs by NASA, including as a crew member and science team member for NASA's Desert Rats, as a science operation co-lead for NEMO, as a submersible pilot for NXT, and other analog missions that are maturing ways that our astronauts will explore the lunar surface during our Artemis missions. Dr. Young is a theme lead for two survey teams, RISE-2 and GEODES, where she is involved in testing a handheld and portable field instruments and using geophysical instrumentation in human exploration relevant analog environments. In addition, Dr. Young serves as one of the leads trainers for Earth and planetary science training for NASA astronauts. She served on the 2020 Artemis 3 science definition team as part of the organizing committee for NASA's Lunar Surface Science Workshop, and as human exploration chair of the League Executive Committee, and as science chair at numerous scientific meetings. She received her PhD and MS in geological sciences from Arizona State University, Earth and Space Exploration Department, and BS in geological sciences from the Department of Civil Engineering and Environmental Science at the University of Notre Dame. Within the first 2 years after her PhD, she won 2 awards as a PI with NASA's competitive planetary science and technology through analog research, P-STAR as it's known, and has received numerous others, including the 2020 NASA Early Career Achievement Medal, the Wiley-Blackfeld Award, the LPI Career Development Award, the 2011 School of Earth and Space Exploration Merit Award, and a NASA Group Achievement for her work on desert rats. Clearly, Dr. Young has an extensive list of publications. She has focused her early career on an important objective, namely enabling crude science on the lunar surface. And the science and exploration communities have each benefited from this. Dr. Young represents the very nexus of lunar science and exploration and is most highly deserving of the 2022 Susan Niebur Award.
What Carly didn't mention is that Kelsey is in Iceland right now, continuing to do this amazing work that she's doing, and she has no internet connectivity, and so she recorded a special acceptance video. So if we could roll that, please.
First of all, thank you so very much for this award. I'm really sorry I can't be with you, either in person or virtually, due to prior fieldwork commitments, but I'm incredibly honored to be recognized in this way due to my love of SSERVI and this whole science and exploration community, due to my respect for both my co-awardee, Dr. O.J. Tucker, and all the past winners of this award, and due to my deep respect for the scientist for whom this award is named, Dr. Susan Nieber. I can say with certainty that I would not be in this field, in this job, and certainly not here with this award without some truly incredible mentors, all of whom have turned into some really good friends. A question I often get when I do outreach events is, what do you love most about your job? And I can say with certainty that it's the wonderful people that I get to work with every single day. I'm very fortunate to be able to say that there are far too many people to thank in my life and my career. So here I just show a few of my mentors and those that have had such a real profound impact on my career. The one and only Dr. Clive Neal, My undergrad advisor originally introduced me to geology, to planetary science, and to the idea that you should never be scared to take the road less traveled, even if it does lead to him doing surgery on your foot doing an undergrad field trip after a trip to the green sand beach. Dr. Cindy Evans went above and beyond to take a very early and totally clueless grad student under her wing. She's taught me about balancing work and family life, about constant patience in a sea of chaos, and about the importance of a positive attitude in the face of frustration. Dr. Jake Bleacher took fresh from grad school me and did nothing but empower and encourage me. He taught me about leadership, gave me thoughtful opportunities to develop my field leadership skills and my field skills in general, and at times threw me into the deep end of the pool without a life jacket. Though terrifying, it was those skills and opportunities that honed me into the scientist and the team member that I am now. He always emphasizes the importance of taking care of the people around you, of creating a safe and happy team environment, and of always looking at the ground underneath you before you sit down, so as not to sit down in a bed of Pele's hair, prompting horribly embarrassing nicknames that will follow you for years. Dr. Noah Petro is the consummate supporter of me, of his team at Goddard, of early career researchers, and of everyone in this community. He has infectious enthusiasm and excitement for our field and our community, and he always exemplifies respect, kindness, and generosity. Finally, Trevor Graf, my work battle buddy, the guy who I've scaled mountains with, who I've explored the bottom of oceans with, who I've been on hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of Teams meetings with. Trevor is the consummate team player, the guy who always puts the team first, who no matter how hard you try to beat him to it, he's always up first on backpacking and camping trips to put the coffee on for everyone else, who will literally shoulder his team members' burden no matter what it is. We work incredibly hard together, we have fun together while doing it, and I'm really grateful to him for all these many years of hard work and adventures. I could go on and on about these and other amazing individuals I've had the absolute honor of working with throughout my career, but suffice it to say, I don't know where I'd be in my career without you all. From the bottom of my heart, thanks, and I can't wait for all the adventures and hard work still to come. In thinking about what I wanted to say today, I reflected on what I know about Dr. Susan Mahan Nieber. Though I didn't have the fortune of knowing her, I've heard much about her from many of you and from past winners of this award. And one thing that struck me when hearing about her strengths and passions was the importance of mentoring in this field that we all love so much, and in the need for inspiring young researchers in our field. It's for that reason that I've chosen to direct my remarks today specifically to all those who are just setting out in their career, to all those who have ever been a little or maybe a lot unsure of themselves, to all those who haven't known exactly what path you want to take. I can promise you that I've been there, and I'm sure many others listening today can say the same. Keeping it a bit informal today, through a series of photos, I'm just going to step through a few lessons that I've learned over this part of my career, from undergrad to grad school and through my time at NASA, and maybe something in here might resonate or help somebody out even just a little bit. Throughout my career, I've had the great pleasure of integrating fieldwork in a variety of different analog environments, from the Arctic of Canada to the Icelandic highlands to lava tubes underground in California to oceans off the coast of Florida and California. The common thread throughout each of these stages, throughout all of these different field expeditions, has been teamwork. The first lesson I found to be true over and over again is seek out teams and collaborations with people who inspire you, who fulfill you, who challenge you, and who you just genuinely like being around. In the field, during doing field work, it's clear that you want to trust your team and just generally enjoy being around them. You're essentially living with each other, sometimes for many weeks at a time. You have to rely on each other. At times, like when you're diving, for example, in these field events, that need for trust becomes even more magnified when you're relying on them as your dive buddies. But the same lesson holds true in non-field environments. Our community is full to the brim of passionate, wonderful, kind, and fun people. And my experience has been that lab work, field work, office work, any type of work is not only more enjoyable, but actually a lot more productive when you seek out projects with people who inspire you and challenge you. Secondly, I found it can be really empowering to put yourself in uncomfortable situations and environments, things that will challenge you but not overwhelm you. Because my career has focused so much on field work to prepare for planetary surface exploration, I've been able to spend time in some really spectacular places. From all the way back in early graduate school, I found myself doing several lengthy field seasons up in remote Canada. I would know 1 to 2 people at most going into each trip. They were in really remote locations, which isn't something I had experience with or had done before. And I was without senior mentors while doing field work that could really help me with the science that sent me there. It took a lot for me to kind of overcome these insecurities, and I certainly grew a lot from those opportunities. In my current job, I find myself in a different series of extreme environments by doing fieldwork of a different sort, some with diving, both on scuba and in submersibles. These environments combine physical work with a high mental workload, and they rely on training and trust in yourself and in your teammates, and in knowing when to push your limits and when to call it. By continuing to push myself to continue to take on those new skill sets and these new types of trips and all these new experiences and opportunities, I learned so much about myself, about my strengths and my weaknesses in leadership and in team environments, and it enabled me to become, I think, a better scientist and a better team member. Being a team player means asking for help sometimes when you need it, and these kind of uncomfortable situations where you're pushing yourself will really help you develop these strengths and learn a lot about yourself. That being said, never discount the importance of finding your home base amidst the chaos. This amazing field of planetary science and exploration has led me to some of the best friends I've ever had, and I'm so grateful to these wonderful women who provide constant support and love and fun and definitely sympathetic ears after those tough days at work. Next, for all those looking to find your way or maybe to figure out what you're interested in and how to prioritize amidst the chaos that is life these days, my message is to find your passion and pursue it relentlessly. When faced with a decision over the years, like what graduate programs to apply to and eventually go to, what classes to take, what scientists you can maybe, or peers you can maybe reach out to for support, or what kind of piece of our field to get more involved with over others, my guiding light has really been, what gets you excited? What gets you out of bed in the morning? Prioritizing is key. Saying no when someone asks you to do that next extra thing is totally okay. And staying the course on what you're passionate about has really helped me navigate the waters over the years. Finally, I'm really sure I'm preaching to the choir on this one, but I wanted to end with a reminder that what we do is really cool. It's crazy cool. It's exciting. It's challenging. It's a ton of fun. And I found that we could all occasionally use a reminder of this amidst the stress of the deadlines of like all day, day after day virtual meetings and of just everyday stress. So don't be afraid to show your passion, your excitement, your enthusiasm for the job with other people. What we do is really motivating and exciting and dynamic, and we shouldn't be afraid to show that to a wider audience or just to your little cousins who in the very early days of COVID scheduled a series of Zoom calls to ask me all their burning questions about rocks. Don't be afraid to show how passionate you are and actually, pay it forward and do it with kindness. Finally, I couldn't end without thanking my constant support system, my family, who's had my back through late nights and sometimes weekends of work, through insane amounts of travel, and through constant lectures on geology on every single family vacation. They now know more than they ever wanted to about the moon and rocks, that's for sure, and it's already translating into our several-month-old daughter who I'm already teaching against her will about the moon and rocks. I absolutely wouldn't be here without my family. So with that, I'll end and I'll just say thanks again so much to SSERVI for this award, and thank you to all those who continue to inspire and excite me. And I really wish I could have been there with you this week, but I hope you're having a great conference, and really thanks again.
There is an award that goes with this, of course. And we will be mailing it to her later, but it's a beautiful award if you'd like to come and see it after the session. I'll put it out here.